thank you like so much for like finding the time in your schedule to come and like help me with this assignment. I was a little worried. Yeah, no, like my professor is known to be a little bit of a harsh grader, and I was stressing about finding like a willing participant for this like final portrait assignment. So yeah, thank you like so much for being able to carve out some time. So the plan is I'm gonna like sketch you head on, but I'm gonna want to get some photos of different angles of your head and like chest up, because I'm trying to highlight the importance of perspective and lighting in portraiture as the thing that creates an interesting subject. Nothing against you. Okay, yeah, cool. Now, don't mind my primitive measures, but I figured that this may work a little bit better for the lighting situation. And then we're going for that setting. Alright, thank you like so much for that. Actually, do you mind if I light a candle real quick? Yeah, I just find it like helps with the ambiance. Also, it's storming outside, so I feel like there is that plus side, but yeah, I feel like it helps me get into a creative mindset. Yeah, I did get like an electric lighter pretty recently. I wish I hadn't. That thing struggles to burn cotton. Okay, good. Oh yeah, no, I am not risking my nails on lighting a candle. Come on, there we go. Alright, so I'm just going to put this to the side. Yep, there we go. Alright. Okay, so now I just have to do a little bit of assessing regarding like your proportions and things like that. Do you mind if I get a little bit closer to you? Okay, good. Okay. Oh, and do I have permission? Do I have permission to touch your face if I have to? Okay, good. Okay, so don't mind the rain. Don't mind the rain. Don't mind the rain. Just taking a good look at everything. I'm just gonna see precisely where that line is there. Make sure that's equal on that side. Okay. Perfect. I just wanted to make sure that everything was as accurately portrayed as possible. So I'm just going to get started. Yeah. Alright, so I'm just going to get started. Alrighty, so they've got pretty cool set. Okay, there we go, right there. Right now I'm just making sure that all of the features are kind of where they're supposed to be. That everything is there, and then I'm just kind of like adjusting accordingly. Yeah. That's not really what I meant to say. I meant to say this is like the rough draft version that I'm kind of getting out. I want to make sure that I have all of those different features on there for you. But right now, it's just kind of a little bit more putting the shapes where they need to go. Yeah. Alrighty, and then I'm just going to do... Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna do all of the contours. So the way that I tend to draw is I tend to draw from the contours to the highlights. So I have all of the features carved out before I then go on top and then actually put them on. It's not the most conventional of ways, but I find it works best with ink drawings, which this will end up being. So it's good to just make sure that I have all of that in order beforehand. Yeah. You know, because again, this is just like the rough sketch. I didn't get that point in the jaw right. A bit more rounded a little bit. Okay. Then we've got that shadow right there. That kind of blend. Pretty still right there. Then everything on that side kind of looks really thick. There we are. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, I think that should be brought down just a little bit more. Yeah. I've kind of got that eye socket right there. Yeah. Yeah, I've definitely heard people say that my method is a little muddy, and I do understand where they come from, but I feel like this is just a little bit better for me to kind of like map what I'm doing. Yeah, so like I know based off of where the shadows are and the highlights, kind of where everything else that I'm concerned about is gonna kind of go. So I'm not, and then besides, it's gonna be crisp line work after that. Like it'll be an ink drawing. so I'm not all that concerned. Can you just hold that expression for me for just one moment? Okay, thank you. Yeah. I wanted to make sure I got your mouth posture right. Okay, looking good. I just want to fix. There, gotta add ears. That like butterfly ear situation, yeah. I never know what to call them. They kinda, you know, they stick out a little bit and they have that little swoop at the bottom. I can never remember what they're called. Yeah, I figure all features must have some sort of name because so many different people have them, but you know, you can never be too certain. Gotta make sure I carve it out just right. Yep. Okay. That's kind of where the hairline is. Maybe a little higher up. Slightly less uniform. Kind of tilted. Right there, you got your part. There we go. Should be right there. Then we gotta work that down towards the ears. Okay, there we go. Alright. And again, this is just the like rough draft.